in a lot of my posts. I will say that everything that I post is an accurate reflection of how I think at the time that I write the shit. It's very important that I say that because I'm not proud of everything that I've posted on Facebook. I'm not. I'm not. There are some things that I posted in my younger days that I'm absolutely not proud of. That in the future, it could possibly end up biting me in the ass. I will say that. But now this shit is on record that, look, this is me saying, look, I understand that. I did a lot of shit when I was younger that I'm not proud of. You know? That was who I was at that time. Who I am now is not reflective of the person that I used to be. And I hope that's the same for everyone else. I hope that everyone listening to this can look back at themselves and be like, hey, you know what? I've improved. I've become a better person, because that's exactly what I did. I've improved. I've become a better person since any old problematic post that you guys may find, anything like that. I'm not running from the shit. I'm not denying that the shit ever fucking happened. No. And you will very rarely see me delete a fucking post from Facebook. It doesn't happen. It's a it takes a lot for me to block somebody, quite honestly. And it's a very, very, very rare occasion that I delete a post. So my posts are up. You can go find them. Go search for them shits. I post a lot too, so enjoy that fucking rabbit hole. Thing is, the social experiment that I posted up is just to see how people respond to certain things. Now, I write things in a way to get people to respond. I'm a writer. I have a degree in creative writing, you know? So I write things in a way to get people to respond to said things. And boy, are my findings they're fucking enlightening. Straight up. You can find out who someone really is just by posting certain things on Facebook. And very recently, I found out something that I've known for a while, but now I can just basically publicly put that shit out there because I have done enough research to figure this shit the fuck out. However, we have a huge problem in this country. What's the problem in this country, Aaron, you may be asking? Well, a lot of people aren't calling white women out on a lot of their bullshit. Now, that's not to say that all white women are bad. That's not to say that all white women are fucked up people. However, there is a very large sector of white women who are racist as fuck. And a lot of you white women listening to this shit fall into that fucking category. What do you mean? Well, very recently, about a month and a half, something like that, I posted a screenshot of a tweet from Bette Midler. And Bette Midler is saying that Beyonce has so many different fans and stuff. And why doesn't she tell all her fans to vote Donald Trump out of office and all that shit, and they can get him out of office and stuff. And I put a caption on that screenshot saying, here's another example of white people trying to get black people to clean up they fucking messes. What do you mean by that, Aaron? Well, I have two witnesses to this. My good friends and comedians, podcast hosts, Paris Lay and Ify Nwadwe. We were all in a car. This is shortly after Donald Trump got elected. This is in 2016. Shortly after Donald Trump got elected. And I said, and I stand by this fucking statement, I said, I'm just going to ride this shit out and let white people sort their own fucking problems out. What did I mean by that? Well, first of all, if you guys didn't know this shit by now, your votes in a presidential election do not fucking count. If you live in a state that always votes for a certain political party, and you're going to vote against that, you may as well stay the fuck home. Because the Electoral College basically makes it so that your shit doesn't really fucking count. I lived in 3 states predominantly throughout my life. Illinois, Arizona, California. Illinois and California, my entire life, have always been blue states. Except for that time, right, Reagan damn near swept the fucking country. But yeah. Arizona, always been red. Every election that I've gone out and voted, usually, and I've only been able to vote in 2 states actually, because by the time I moved out of Chicago, there wasn't an election that year, so I had to wait it out. So your votes really don't fucking count. Also, back when I was saying you have to listen to what people are saying and what people aren't saying, Bette Midler was basically saying, hey, black people, because you guys didn't vote, now we got Donald Trump in office. And so what? If that's the case, so what? Because black people listening to this, our lives have not gotten any better or worse since Donald Trump has been in office. But Aaron, you were just talking about a lady you just talking about 2 black people in the same damn city who got shot in their own houses by police. Yeah, we talk about black people getting shot by police all the time. Doesn't matter who's in office when that shit happened. Trayvon Martin happened under Obama. I can go back to the fucking 90s and talk about black people getting shot by the fucking police. Shit. Rodney King got his ass whooped right here in LA. And that was in the early 90s? Late 80s? Like, come on. This shit happens to us all the time. Thing is, when we ask for something, when we say, hey, what are you guys going to do about these racist ass cops? What are you guys going to do about this? I put up a whole screenshot of conversations that I got the other day. Someone texted me, hey, are you going to vote for Bernie Sanders? I said, name what's Bernie Sanders going to do specifically for black people? And I got a whole bunch of runaround fucking answers on that. Why should I fucking vote if none of the candidates aren't doing anything for my people? But they have prison reform. Every black person ain't a fucking prisoner. If you come to me with the prison reform shit, I need you to understand that I need you to understand when you come to me, a black person who has never been in the prison system, prison reform does not a goddamn thing for me. Prison reform isn't even anything specifically for black people, and it's not even for black people. That's the shit to get the white prisoners out of jail. So get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Prison reform is nothing for black people. Don't let anybody fucking fool you with that shit. My fellow black people listening to this shit. Another thing that's not for black people, when somebody says minority programs, because black people aren't the only minority in this country. Do you guys know that white women count as a minority? I bet y'all didn't know that. Affirmative action was a program put in place to benefit white women. Affirmative action does not benefit black people the way that racist white people want you to think that it does. And they know this. They know this. But back to my issue. So I posted that screen cap of Bette Midler. And someone who I considered a friend. Jumped on that. And I said considered in the past tense because this bitch can eat a dick at this point. Jumped on there. And basically just said it out loud. So what if we need black people to save the country? It's your fucking country too. Get out there and vote and get him out of office. Yeah, no. Because I'm part of a group of I'm part of the thinking of what's in it for me. What's in it for me? Because Donald Trump in office doesn't do much to benefit or take away from my life, honestly. Because, one, I like my racist people loud and proud about it. It lets me know that I don't have to fucking guess. And that's what I realized with a lot of the friends, a lot of my white friends that I found out later on who are racist as hell. A lot of them, the lion's share of them, were white women. White women. Oh, but Aaron, how did you not know that they were racist? Some of them even had black boyfriends. You've dated some of them. Yeah, you know what? Just because somebody's fucking you does not mean that they're not still racist. Okay? Slave owners rape their fucking slaves. Alright? Just because somebody's fucking you doesn't mean that they're not racist. Because that person still has all of the benefits from being white. So black dudes listening to this shit, and believe me, I am the last person who is against any form of interracial dating. I am not against it at all. However, my one, and I've thought about this. This is my absolute only problem with interracial dating is when some of you motherfuckers, and I see this particularly with black dudes, a lot of y'all allow yourselves to become fetishes of these motherfuckers. Don't ever let anybody be dating you just because you black. Y'all need to start having real fucking conversations with some people before you start, falling in love with somebody and they secretly fucking hate your ass in the fucking background. And don't think hate as the straight up vitriol they throwing shit at you hate. I mean, they just look at you with straight up disgust. And the moment that they can get away from your black ass, they'll take it. Trust me. So yeah. The thing that Bette Midler posted, what she said was Beyonce has all these fans. Right. Now Beyonce does have a lot of fans. However, not every one of Beyonce fans are American citizens. Not every one of Beyonce fans are eligible to vote in this country. Not every one of Beyonce's fans are black. We know this. This is a true statement. However, the way racist white people look at... Hell, the way racist non-black people look at black people, we're all one big nigga. They all look at us as the same. They all do. And this can be subtle, harmless shit. Like a friend from work may ask you if you know another black person. Or your friend from work may want to hook you up with somebody. And literally the only thing y'all got in common is that y'all fucking black. That's racist as hell, by the way. It really is. And you should really cut that shit the fuck out. But yeah. That's some real shit. Or it can get real fucked up when motherfuckers just walk up and touch your goddamn hair. But yeah. These motherfuckers out here. So basically what Bette Midler was saying, back to my point. Bette Midler was saying, hey, a lot of you black people like Beyonce, so you guys will listen to what she says, so why don't you guys bail us out of this shit? Now a lot of y'all are angry at me. That's not what she meant, Aaron. That's not what she meant. Well, congratulations, you're defending a racist person. Because guess what? An overwhelming amount of white women voted for Donald Trump. Most of his votes came from white women. Go fig. And you know what? Bette Midler has a huge fan base. Other white women. Katy Perry has a huge white fan base. They didn't tell their fans. They didn't tell their fans that. You know what I mean? Because every time something positive and something awesome has happened in this country, it's always black people behind it. And then when it comes time to hand out all the rewards, we're never even brought up in the fucking discussion. So I need you to listen, black people, and non-black people who are cool in the motherfucker, I need y'all to, because non-black people who are cool in the motherfucker, and I know you are because you listening to this shit right now, non-black people who are cool in the motherfucker, I need y'all. It starts with you guys, quite honestly. Y'all gotta get in line too. Y'all gotta fucking help. Y'all gotta fucking help us. It's time for y'all to come back and fucking help us, because every one of you motherfuckers has had help from your black people, directly or indirectly. And when it comes time for those fucking rewards, you guys collected shit while your black homies didn't get a goddamn thing. That shit stops. It stops. I've been thinking about this fucking episode for a long time. And I finally fucking found the words to fucking get it out and say that shit. But it's one of those things where There's black people listening to this shit right now. I'll go out there and say it. There's absolutely